This is in California where the gold rush first started. This is the original site of the mill. And the mill is no longer standing. The site marks the spot where gold was first discovered here in 1848. You can come right down to the water, right on the side of the monument, and you can actually pan for gold right in the river right here.
California Gold Rush, January 24th, 1848. James W. Marshall probably made the biggest breakthrough ever. It would change the life of the whole entire continent forever. It brought many people together. Everyone wanted a piece of that gold, just so that they can better their lives. People from across the world. People from all across the world wanted to come to California. They wanted the riches, they wanted the gold, they just wanted that lifestyle. And in specifically, the Chinese were the ones that just came in pounding. They wanted a lot of it. Now, the main reason why the Chinese started coming in here was basically pretty simple. They wanted more pay, they wanted bigger houses, better life. But now, here's the thing. Other people in China who didn't want to go, they frowned upon this. They hated the idea of leaving China because all their ancestors were there. All their dead family, their dead relatives. They wanted to stay there and protect them. Now the ones that did go, they did not like that. They just wanted to go. They wanted a better life for their families. Now their main goal, they did go over there to go over there to get the gold, but then they also wanted to come back. They wanted to come back. They did not want to stay there. Okay, yeah, sure. Maybe a few of them did want to stay there, but majority of them did want to come back. Now, between the years of 1849 and 1853, there were approximately 24,000 Chinese men that traveled across the ocean to go to California to get the gold and the riches and the life they always wanted to live. It was a struggle for them. It was a struggle for them across the ocean there, across the sea. It was a struggle for them when they got there, but they muscled through it. They most certainly muscled through it, and that is what makes their stories so genuine. Now, during this time, the Americans did not want the Chinese coming on over and stealing their gold from the gold rush. So they did some stuff, to prevent the Chinese from coming on over, to slow them down. One of the main things was they actually charged the ship captains of the Chinese $500 per person on board. Now, the ship captains obviously did not want to pay this much money, so they charged each person on board $500, so they can pay their own share when they dock, and they can give the money to the person collecting the payments. Another thing they did was the mine that the Chinese miners were mining at, they had to pay a tax in gold dust. This increased over the course of a few years, and you obviously don't want to pay tax in your own gold that you've been working so hard to get. But even though all this flaggage was being thrown their way, they did receive some compliments from other miners that were also mining in their area. Some of the compliments were they were very hardworking. They worked in groups. They worked very smartly, and they were really creative. They had inventions that carried more gold, that found gold faster, and they did get more good luck because of it. Because they were working harder, they had a higher chance of getting good luck, and because of this, they found tons of gold, and they were one of the groups during the California Gold Rush that found the most gold. The effect of the Chinese coming on over to California during the gold rush was that they left a lot of culture there. Even if you go there, there's this place called Chinatown. That's where they sold most of their food, their clothing, all things China, but yet it was in America. So people from the US can actually go in, get a taste of the Chinese culture. And it was also good for the Chinese people to still feel like they're somewhat at home in case they get homesick. So to wrap this all up, we can say the Chinese legacy or the Chinese story, their background of coming to the California Gold Rush was almost rough. It was really, really rough. They had to go through so many taxes. They went through abuse from the United States citizens, harassing them. But overall, they did not let that stop them. They muscled through it, and they showed up, collected tons of gold, and made their mark in California. And that is why they will always be remembered during this time period, during this huge event in history of the California Gold Rush.